Welcome back, y'all. This is Anime Degens, episode 11. I'm Bass. I am here with Tyler and Dan as always. We are ready to get vibing with you guys. What we have planned for today is, first of all, I got a bone to pick with Tyler. We're going to do me and him's little deal review that we've had going the last few weeks. Then we're going to get into our Showdown Throwdown 2, our results from that. And then we're going to end it on something pretty fun, which should be a lot of laughs. You can listen to some grown men giggle. We're gonna be doing some anime Mad Libs. We'll explain what that is later.
We
If you got,
have no idea how these are going to work.
oh no, yeah, we're doing this live, y'all. This is gonna be crazy.
And I have no idea what a Mad Lib is. So GG's.
I
Tyler
hope I do a
wasn't
good job explaining it.
Tyler wasn't born in the 90s, confirmed.
I'm not a boomer.
I've never done
officially.
one either, bro. What are you talking about? But guys, if you guys ever want to come hang out in the Discord or go check us out on any of our other socials, like on Twitter, I finally got control of the Twitter account. So we're gonna be putting out some absolute heat. It's gonna get a little inappropriate. Y'all be able to tell when I'm on. But please go check us out at linktree.com/anime degens.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
just another reminder, this is our fourth time reminding you, but we did switch it up. Every Tuesday, we're gonna be doing the weekly rundown. And then now every Thursday, we're gonna be doing our normal Degen episode. But without further ado, guys, let's get into it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. So we got some actually news. I seen Rick and Morty. I don't know if have y'all ever seen Rick and Morty?
I have, dude. I loved Rick and I
I
watched
Have,
like the
never
first
know, bro.
four seasons. I used to love that shit.
have you ever seen Rick and Morty? Come on, sir. We're
Bro,
grown men who love
listen, hey,
cartoons.
listen. This man up here hasn't seen
Shit.
Harry Potter. Anything's possible,
Hey
you know?
man, look, bro. That's not was out of my control.
Hey, but anyways, apparently Rick and Morty, is getting an anime. Do y'all think it's gonna be like different from the animated series? Just because it's an anime?
So I'm like, I think if they did like one episode as an anime, that'd be really funny. But I feel like doing an entire season as an anime is just going to be so over the top and unnecessary because it's already an animated show and they
Like
do a really good job with the current format. Like, why are you switching it up?
I don't understand what the difference is gonna be. You know?
I mean, first, if it's in Japanese, if it's, we're watching with subtitles and it's a very, very like ridiculous Japanese, like talking not similar to the other character, like the normal Rick and Morty episode, I think that'd be really funny. But
Right.
again, I think it'd be good for like a one off, not a,
Yeah, I think like an hour-long special is like the sweet spot for this.
yeah, like they go to a different dimension and everybody is like samurais and Rick and Morty just have it'd be really funny if Rick and Morty
Oh
looked like they
yeah.
normally do, but everybody else was like anime.
I was looking at it. Everybody's
Okay.
anime, bro.
Oh,
They
you
look
actually
completely
seen
different.
pictures of it?
I
Okay.
have. I
I
have.
didn't see pictures of it.
Yeah, I think that's how I found it. I was scrolling on Twitter and it was actually an ad, I think. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? I see Rick and Morty, I click.
Yeah.
They got me on that one. But yeah, everything's gonna be anime. Are you looking at them right now?
This looks awful.
Show me then. Show the camera. Oh no, bro.
I can't get a good focus on it,
I don't
obviously,
want to
but
see
like
it. Never mind. But
there
I was kind of surprised. I was really surprised when I seen that Rick and Morty was getting an anime. I was like, bro, what? What
it
the hell's going
doesn't.
on?
I mean, it just looks like even worsely animated Rick and Morty, and that's saying something because like that art style
big
is
time.
very crude, and they've made it worse.
Well,
Hey man,
GG's,
it's anime, so I sent it to y'all, bro.
Fair enough,
maybe,
man.
maybe we'll check out a couple episodes when it comes, see how trashy it is.
I feel like we're gonna have to because,
Yeah.
and that's a monumental drop right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I used to be really big into Rick and Morty before it was out on like Cartoon Network. I had like a thumb drive and I would just give it to people to download on their computers. I
Love
was really
that,
out there
dude.
pushing it, dude. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
was
I
part of the
mean,
cult.
you introduced me to it, so
Oh
you've been
yeah,
at
that
it. You've
is
been at it for
right.
a while.
I had the flash drive at that time. Yeah, I gave it to you. Well, you watched it in my room, I think, but yeah, I was giving it to people at work the whole nine.
But speaking of non-animes getting potentially another little anime episode, I guess. So if you guys didn't check out Star Wars Visions when it dropped a couple years ago, basically they gave like 12 different studios the rights to the Star Wars IP, and they all released this really cool, definitely worth checking out. Like 30-minute episodes in a different art
Yeah,
style. Like there's one that's like a droid, like kind of like Wall-E, like the
I'm
Disney
fucking
movie.
with it. Yeah, yeah. You talking about? Is it the droid from the latest
I don't
video game?
remember. I don't remember at all.
BB something, whatever his name is. Yeah.
I watched it like 2-3 years ago, but there was an animated one in there, and it was actual like unleaded pure gasoline. Like it was
Fuck yeah.
incredible. And I'm really hoping they drop another one or two of those in Star Wars Visions too, because it was awesome. I'll send you guys a link to check it out. I'll put it in the Discord too, because it's heat. It's so fucking
I
cool.
think we can make an exception to talk about that briefly.
I mean, like,
when it comes out.
if you think about it, imagine, I think it was done by Studio Trigger too, so it's like up there at my favorite
Another
anime
excuse.
studios.
Yes,
And
another excuse. Yes.
it was stunning. And I mean, lightsaber fights in an animated form is fucking gas, not ghost. And I'm
Oh no,
pretty
it's
sure there was
absolute
like,
gas, bro. I
I'm
think
pretty
that's like
sure,
Star Wars at its best sometimes when it's animated.
and I feel like there was like a Ronin style Jedi or something like that. And it was super cool.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was so cool, dude. And I really hope they drop another one in Visions 2. So,
Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff right there.
well, I guess to get into the first little segment here, I was like 3 or 4 episodes ago, I think, where we were talking about some shows, and I talked about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is probably number 1 on my list of anime all time.
It is goated.
It was
Like
the
for real.
starter. The starter animes.
The starter
right? We were talking
animes,
about starter
right.
Yeah,
animes.
yeah, it was 3 weeks ago.
And Tyler was talking about Mob Psycho, which is another incredible show. But it turns out that Tyler hadn't seen FMAB and Bass hadn't seen Mob Psycho. So these guys struck a little deal to watch 10 episodes in the next 2 weeks. And it turns
We
out
did.
Tyler didn't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just to,
Slacker.
just to refresh your memory, you know, like he kind of slacked on it. We
Little
gave him till Wednesday, and he only got 8 episodes in. So we're trying to think of a good punishment for him in the Discord. So if you guys want to jump in, find some really shitty anime movie we got to make Tyler watch, because
The
that's what I'm
worst.
looking for.
We need the worst. He failed me.
I'll
But
accept the punishment.
But to start, we're just gonna have Tyler and Bass give a little 4 or 5 minute spiel on what they thought about each show. So Bass, you want to get started?
Yeah, man. I think the first 2 episodes I really wasn't getting into Mob Psycho like that. Although I thought the animation was pretty decent. It took me a while to kind of get attached to the characters. Like Mob, I didn't. It's kind of like just like whatever. And just to give you guys context, I've now watched like 14 episodes, so I'm getting into it a little bit in my spare time here. But yeah, there just wasn't much there for me at first. I was kind of like, oh, they're doing this count up, and he's, I think they give you like a preview that he like explodes with psychic power.
Yeah.
Um,
At that point, you really don't really know what's going on. I don't
right.
think so.
Um, but animation was really good. I would just say like it's a fun watch. Not like a crazy story going on there or anything like that. There's some magic powers. This guy Reagan is like duping Mob and making him do all his work for his business. Um, but Mob faces like some challenges. He like bottles up his emotions, and that's how he like starts his little counter. And when he gets to 100, he just freaking explodes and starts vaporizing things. And like I think his first 2 fights, it was like when he goes to 100, like his psychic powers just vaporizes stuff. And I thought that was kind of boring. But I think it was around like episode, like I think between 9 or 10, 11, something like that. He fights somebody who actually has some skills, and he struggles with him in like a back alley. And and he actually started using some actual moves. There was like some move sets going on, some skill, and I thought that really made it a little bit better for me, and I wanted to watch more of it after that. Um, but I thought Reagan's one of my favorite characters, man. Dude's fucking hilarious. He's a piece of shit though.
He's the biggest fraud I've ever seen, dude.
He's good at it, dude. He's good at it. Get it how you live. But then he like fights some people at rival high schools. There's a bunch of gangs going around, so there was some good interplay going. Um, but what I thought was interesting, and I want to see more of, is like Show was becoming pretty hateful of Mob, for a while there. He was a little jealous of his his psychic powers, but Mob just kind of stayed true to himself and was like, bro, like, you're my brother, dude. You're my brother. So now he has to go looking for him. So yeah, I liked it though. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a rating out there. At least for the first like 12 episodes, I give it a solid like 6.8, 6.7. Not bad
what
at all. It's fun, you know.
what you think about Dimple?
Dimple is wicked, boy. That little piece of shit is wicked. I thought he was very funny, a little annoying at times. He was trying to like take over Show's body, and he's the person who initially like unlocked his magic powers or whatever. So, well, his psychic powers. So it's cool.
Dimple is like the shystiest character you'll ever see in like an anime. I feel like he's just that kind of guy. He's always got his eyes set on the prize.
Oh, he's 100% about himself, bro.
And he's just trying to find like the most backhanded ways to do it because he's just a stupid little green ghost at this point, you know?
Yeah, he's got no like real power on his own. So like he has to be shysty to get what he wants. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I was worried like 3 or 4 episodes through. I was like, what the fuck are they having me watch? But it's coming together for me.
I love how you can always tell if Dimple is inside of somebody because they just give him the bright red rosy
Yeah.
cheeks.
Yeah. Like nobody else can fucking see it. Yeah.
Dimple's like one of my favorite like characters in this show, honestly. Reagan's number 1 though, but Dimple, he's like 2 or 3. So.
I think Dimple is up there for me, man. Just wait till you get if you actually continue watching Bass and get through all the seasons. Dimple is incredible in season 3.
Okay. The one character I really liked was the girl that like stars, Tome Karata.
The blonde, I think.
No,
she's
she has
blonde.
black hair and like she's obsessed with like making alien contact.
Yeah.
I thought she was fucking hilarious. You know, if y'all watched the other episode, y'all know I was the astronomy club leader. I was like, that's pretty funny. I actually do like astronomy, but like, yeah.
Hey, we'll let them watch the episode to figure out what you mean, bro.
I just love her character in that whole club because it's all just like the laziest pieces of shit. And they're like,
oh yeah, and she's like, no, I got something to prove.
Let's pick a club that we can't prove, and let's chase after ghosts. It's just so funny.
Yes, it is freaking great.
But by the way, let's just add in the weightlifting club, bodybuilding club too.
Dude, I love
like
those guys, bro.
One.
Those guys are some real ones, bro. I really like those guys.
I do too.
I just love how they push Mob the whole time, and Mob's just like dogging it in the back, like running, like he doesn't even have any energy left, and these guys are like, "Get up here, Mob! You got to go faster! Come on, pushing him hard."
They're so like, positive with him, man. That's what I like about them. They like never like talk down to him.
Hey, man. I mean, that's going to the gym, though. Everybody starts really somewhere, and you can't dog somebody for trying to better themselves. You know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Looking at you, TikTok.
Too, so.
Oh, you beat me to it. I was about to say, unless you're a TikToker. But let's get to your thoughts, Tyler. That's all I had, man.
Well, I don't got a whole lot either. Basically, I watched 10 episodes of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So far it's a great story. The characters, my favorite character has to be like probably Ed or Armstrong. I really like Armstrong. It's something about his little
Armstrong.
little hair thing going on up there. Bald. It looks like a baby, bro, but he's not a baby.
Dude's yoked.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him. He's something.
He can't let his ball spot take over, bro. He hasn't submitted yet.
I just love Armstrong because he is like the ultimate, like just classic shonen form of manliness.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
It's the hair though. The little piece of hair, it just gets me. It just makes me laugh every time I see it. So
I got some friends that are balding and they got that little piece of hair.
Hey,
it's sad to see.
Sad.
It reminds me like the Gerber baby or something. I don't know.
if you put the Gerber baby on top of the Hulk,
I'm gonna send my friends that little audio clip right there. Try to get them to cut that shit.
Episode 4, Dan had warned me about. It was one of the saddest ones so far, but it didn't really make me cry like I figured it would. Dan was hyping it up to be pretty sad, and I agree, it was sad, but maybe I was just too tired that day or something. I don't know. I usually cry about shit like that, but
Edward,
yeah.
Edward, dude, that scene hits you to the core, man.
Are you heartless, bro?
What was she saying? Like Oni-san who
Yeah, she was
played?
saying, yeah, like brother,
Yeah,
basically. I mean,
yeah.
so I've watched it both ways, but when I rewatch it, I usually watch it dubbed because
The dub's
it's
phenomenal,
the
by the
dub's
way.
really good, and it's probably like my fifth or sixth time watching it through. So like, I ain't got time to read subtitles, man.
Well, the so speaking of that, like I felt like the dubbed was just as good as the subbed. I watched it. I watched a couple episodes in dubbed or whatever, and I
Yeah.
watched it mainly subbed.
I noticed
But
that you do that. I respect that.
yeah, so the only thing that I really didn't like about the dubbed was Al's voice. I didn't like Al's voice in the dubbed at all.
I'm
But
trying
I
to
He
remember
sounds
what
like a
he
little
sounds like.
kid.
Sub.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he
like,
sounds like really worse than the sub. The
Hmm.
subbed, I really don't care for his voice too much, but I understand what they're trying to do. It sounds like an echo hollow type thing. Sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
inside the suit. I mean, I
Mhm.
understand that, but
You just didn't
um
like it, the sound effect?
well, I felt like it would me personally, I would have liked it better if it was just like a straight up voice like, Ed's and everybody else's
well, that wouldn't
instead of
make any
giving it
sense
that
though.
hollow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
but
fair.
He's a soul bonded to a soul of armor, a
yeah.
suit
Yeah,
of
Like I
remember,
armor,
he's
said,
got a
dude.
hollow ass chest. He ain't got no bass in his voice.
I
All
understand.
reverb,
I
dog.
understand why they did it. Me personally, I just
Okay.
didn't like it so
Oh, okay.
as much, you
That's a
know.
weird nitpick, dude.
Boo
But
for you,
I
dog.
liked
Boo
it.
for
I
you.
liked it better from the dubbed, but the dubbed is exceptional too. I really like the dubbed. So, um, but humor is well done. I thought. I laughed. It's like got your classic shonen like Naruto s type funny moments. Like Demon Slayer does it really well too. Like they do like the funny like
Anim-
minimalistic design, I
Animations,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
yeah, I
So
like that. I fucking
they
to
do.
with that.
prove that they're doing humor at that moment. So I enjoy those. But the fighting seemed great. They're not OP. I'm really a big
Not
fan
even
of
close, yeah.
non OP characters. That way they have to actually have intense fights and have to think about it. Stuff like that. So but through 10 episodes, I don't feel like this is like a top 10 anime yet. But I understand that with it being on like the top 5 list of like many people, I'm sure it'll get there. It just takes time to build that story. And I am gonna continue watching it, and I've been watching it. But the podcast's been keeping me busy here
Yes,
lately,
sir.
with the
Yeah,
rundown and shit. So I was only able to scrape in 10 episodes. Um, but like I said, I'm sure that this, it'll skyrocket up the ranks as I get farther along.
Mhm.
Um, but I really like it. I would probably say it's around like an 8 right now. Just on the low end
Okay.
of 8, maybe a
Solid.
high 7, just after 10 episodes. Because you got to think like not a whole lot happens in 10 episodes.
Yeah, that's just kinda how that
So
goes, man, yeah.
um, but
one.
it is good. I'm gonna try to watch at least an episode or so a day. I would think episode or two probably. So I should
Mhm.
have it done, before too long. But
Nice, man.
it's
How'd you? So one of the things with Full Metal that I always find really well is the pacing is just phenomenal. Did you
yeah.
notice that watching it? Like you're never in one thing for like too long or anything like that.
I thought it done it pretty well. I didn't have no issues with being bored or it didn't go too fast. There's not really a whole lot that doesn't get explained decently. So um, it's not a whole lot of I guess plot going on right now.
Right.
Like background plot. It's just like basically their story, and what they're trying to get their bodies back. So and like I said, the fights are really well. I like the fights. They're pretty intense so far.
Big dope, big dope.
But
Hands,
I'm
baby.
assuming I'm assuming it'll get uh way
It turns it up
better.
to a fucking 11, yeah,
Yeah.
man. It,
And
it takes some time for, like, the story to, like, come together and everything to, like, start making sense, and you understand how everything's, like, really intertwined, but I'm glad you liking it so far.
and
Yeah,
This is
I'm
it's top 2
excited to
for me,
see
it's
like
Dan's favorite, so I'm hoping to, keep watching.
yeah. I mean,
I want to see more of Winry too. So
That comes into it down the
Yeah.
line. I mean, she is Ed's automail
Yeah.
mechanic, so
Mechanic.
Mhm.
obviously, fighting with a metal arm, that thing's gonna get pretty banged up a few times. And
I just got done watching the one where she forgets to put the screw in or whatever. So yeah.
that was some great, like really subtle
Yeah.
comedy. Like I really enjoyed
Yeah.
that scene.
But yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
it's pretty good so far. I understand why y'all like it so much. I just want to know. I just want to see why y'all have it in your top fives. I want to see those moments.
All
So
right, but no, yeah, keep watching it, bro. It gets better and better.
you'll get
yeah,
there, dude.
And when you
It's
think it can't get any better, then it gets a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean that anime has the most ruthless fan base there is. There's a reason it's always at the top of my anime list because
We
when
say
not
so.
something
anymore.
when something gets a little gas, that show is gonna peter out, dude. No, that should not be top one. That's so ridiculous. We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that.
Dad said he don't want to get mad tonight.
But
He's
like
not getting pissed off.
every time a Attack on Titan season gets above it, the Full Metal Alchemist fans come in full speed and just bump it right back up. They're like, yeah, it's actually a 10. Don't worry about it. I don't
Hey,
do that.
it stayed there, bro. It's still there after
But
almost a week.
awesome. I'm glad you guys are both really enjoying those shows. I mean, they're really good. I mean, Full Metal Alchemist, I don't say it's one, it's kind of 1A, 1B with Full Metal and One Piece. I just got to see how One Piece ends.
Yes, I'm in the same boat.
So
Exact
it's
same
kind of
boat.
like, I don't know which one's better yet because One Piece ain't done, but I feel like One Piece is going to overtake it for me.
And I don't
Yeah,
know about y'all, but like Mob Psycho, it's around the top 10 for me too. So
I
I'm
have
not sure
to. I'd
about
have
you,
to keep
Dan.
watching it to get to that point. It's not quite that high for me yet, but like you said, Tyler, it takes more than 10, 12 episodes to really get into something.
Well,
Yeah.
When you're
especially when
talking
you're
about an
watching
anime,
a 45 to 70 episode show.
yeah,
You just,
you're like barely scratching the surface so far.
but awesome. Glad you guys are enjoying those. Do you want to get into the Showdown Throwdown 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Let's
Mm.
get it.
All right. So to start, we all took some time to watch the shows we watched last week. Last week, we kind of each introduced them. Basically, what we do is we take a show that you've seen, that I've seen, the other two hosts haven't, and we just kind of give like a brief synopsis, talk about what we like about it, things like that. And then, since we talk about it, you got to go watch them. And that's what we're here to talk about today. We're going to talk about the results, how we felt about the shows the other two hosts recommended. And to start, we're going to get into Vinland Saga. Bass, do you want to hit us with a little summary?
I like the sound of that. That's okay.
Boss.
Yeah. So the synopsis for Vinland Saga is that Thorfinn pursues a journey with his father's killer in order to take revenge and end his life in a duel as an honorable warrior and pay his father a homage. A young man, this young man, Thorfinn himself, finds himself on a quest for revenge against his father's killer. Did we write the same sentence twice? I don't know how that happened.
I like
But
it.
that's pretty
I
much it,
don't
guys.
know.
He's on a journey. The leader of the clan he's with, the bandits he's with, did kill his father, but guy's so strong, he's having some problems with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I mean, getting into it, Askeladd he's kind of up there, dude. He's yoked.
Bro, he's
He
on
does-
that goat shit, bro.
he doesn't look it, but like he's top tier Viking material, man. I mean, he's the leader of a pirate crew, essentially, a pirate Viking crew. And what gets more fucking badass than pirate Vikings? Like
Right.
Exactly.
there are three things they do: are they sail the ocean, they rape, and they pillage. That's it. That's a wrap.
That's it. That's what
And
they do
we see it a lot. Like I ended up watching like
constantly.
I think I ended up watching like 10 episodes of this because I got hooked right away.
Uh-huh.
And I knew I was gonna. I just hadn't had time to watch it yet. So I'm really glad Bass gave me the opportunity to binge about 10 episodes on Sunday.
Had to take one for the team. Y'all know what I'm saying? Team player.
It was so good. I might have accidentally missed an episode of My Home Hero because I just got so drawn into Vinland Saga.
Oopsie. Dan, and I'm sure you noticed it too, Tyler. So the anime starts off really fast. We see Thor's jumping across boats back in his heyday, just murking folk, cutting people in half, willy nilly. You know what I'm saying? Then he jumps into the sea and it cuts to his latter life with him, Helga, Yolva, and a little Thorfinn. Did that bother you guys a little bit with how much it slowed down for like maybe the next 2 or 3 episodes?
It didn't bother me really. I was just kind of confused at why he left a battle scene. It kind of showed. It kind of like led me to believe that they was gonna lose and like he just run away. But we come to find out that that's not really true. I guess they won,
Hmm.
and he did run away, but he didn't run away for those reasons that I was led to believe. I guess you could
Gotcha.
say.
Hmm.
So I was just kind of confused about that, but it's slowing down. I'm like, it's just that type of stuff is just like right in my type of stuff that I like to watch. The
Got you. So it
slower
didn't bother
pace
you.
stuff, so it didn't bother me.
Yeah, I guess so I tried to watch this a few months ago and I was kind of confused by it because I totally missed that. Like, I think I got it at the time, but like 2 months down the line, I was like, was that Thor's or Thor Finn at the beginning? Like, I couldn't remember.
Right.
And I think that's why I was confused. Like, was it a time skip or was it a flashback? And it's obviously a time skip. One of the things I thought was really well that after I'd gone back and watched it was how when Thor's is diving in the water, he basically like gets like an image of his wife and daughter, and realizes like,
Yeah.
what the hell am I doing here, man? I gotta go be a man and not be a dickhead
I gotta go be
Viking
a papa.
overlord. And he kind of realized what's important, and I really liked that. I mean, not nearly as much as I liked him jumping across boats and taking down 30, 40 man battalions because, well, I'm here for the boxing, like Bass likes to say. And we get a lot more of the boxing as you go down into it once Thorfinn grows up a little bit. But
Yeah, and it's cool because like you see, um, a farther flashback of when Helga's first born, right? And sorry, Yolfa. I'm gonna just call her
Yolva.
Yolfa. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, Yolfa. So when she's getting born, and Thor's is like, "Oh, cute baby, gotta go," and Helga literally has to be like, "No, you better name this child before you go." And then him turning around and being like, No, that's like the most important things in my life is my wife and my daughter." I thought that was some great personal growth. And, he starts saying things like, what does he say? He says, a true warrior needs no sword,
Yeah.
which is, it doesn't make sense at the time, but as you get through the season, like more and more, you completely understand where he's coming from. And it becomes very, very true. Even
And
though
I
there is
think
a lot of boxing.
he also acknowledges that that's the moment where he said he was afraid to go into battle after that. Like he was scared to go into battle after that. Um, after he named his kid, and why shouldn't he be? That's the reason why she had him name his kid. That way he couldn't just like disregard her.
Hmm.
So if he named it, then that means he's claiming it. Basically, she just made him claim it and not disregard her just because he wasn't a or she wasn't a boy, because he wanted a boy. So
Yeah. I loved how like Helga like was it like, "No, I'm not taking no from an answer right now."
yeah.
Like, she just birthed a child, and she's like, "Bro, I'll take you right now. Swear to God."
I really like that scene too because Helga's like the nicest little lady you could ever
Mhm.
imagine. And she's just ready to throw down right there. And it was awesome, like Bass was saying.
Yeah, so was there anything you guys, like, really disliked about it or liked?
So I guess at the beginning, I kind of like Thor Finn was actually kind of like not my boy. I was like, this kid's just
Completely
a
I hated him at the
he's
beginning,
just a
yeah.
little prick, and he really grows into himself after witnessing his father die in some bullshit way. And then he becomes a total fucking badass.
Yes.
Like, I mean, it's like
A
eight
real
episodes
one.
in, and he's like full on twin dagger, just like murdering full grown men at the age of like 11, 12, whatever.
Mhm.
And it
He
goes
got that
fucking
blood in him
hard, dude.
though. So
Yeah, he got that blood in him. It matters a lot in this show who your father is.
The blood of the troll, baby.
Mhm.
But one of my favorite things was actually Leif Erikson as a character because like it's funny because like we all know Leif Erikson, like our generation from SpongeBob
Yes.
when Leif
Yeah.
Erikson died. And none of us actually knew who Leif Erikson was at the time, besides that he was a Viking. Ingrid Ergen, like the whole
Dude, I
episode. That's
actually
all
did
they
not put
did.
it together until you said that. Fuck.
That's the whole episode. That's all they're like. It's Leif Erikson Day, and they're just being dumb Vikings.
That is
And
right.
but when you look into Leif Erikson, like he is a real person. He was a Viking basically sailor who went to some crazy fucking places. Like the dude drew the map essentially.
Right.
And it brings that into it really well when they start talking about all his stories he's telling, which the kids think are make believe. but he brings up Vinland. And one thing I thought was super cool is like, I was like, well, if he's talking about it, Vinland's got to be a real place. And I Googled it. And it turns out homie ended up in the St. Lawrence Bay in Quebec.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's what Vinland was. And I was like, that's super cool that they're bringing actual real life stories and places and everything like that into this.
Yeah, it's awesome. And yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like it's an anime, right? It's mostly fictional, but there's real characters in there. There's real storylines. Guys gonna meet Prince Canute at some point and Prince Harold and like the rest of like when the politics gets a little bit heavier, it's all gonna be real people. And if I like listen to Viking history and all kinds of history when I'm riding around for my job, it's real things that happen. It's just some fictional characters to spice it up. It's really, really cool.
And so with that being said, like the Vinland, like it had me believing, like questioning if Vinland was actually real, or it was just like a destination that was like looked at as the goal that was impossible to get to. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's kind of what I got out of it. I wasn't really sure if it was actually a real destination or if it was just like a make believe thing to make people aspire to uh, make it there one day. You know?
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. I was kind of sitting there. I'm like, are they really calling Valhalla Vinland right now? Because that's kind of lame, you know? And I'm like, no, man, you got to
Talking
talk
about
about
North America,
Valhalla.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, are they really doing that? Because that's gonna just put a huge damper on this show for me. But thankfully, they went into a little more, and they mentioned Valhalla. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
this is some true
Yeah.
Nord shit right here.
Two different places. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought they was kind of thinking of it as like an afterlife or something, but when I was like, that doesn't really
Oh,
make sense, you know?
Nah, bro, that's
right.
Valhalla, baby.
Yeah. And then when they said Valhalla, I was like, "Oh, okay. So Vinland is actually a different place, but is it real?" Is what's going through my head. You know,
Hmm.
Definitely, and
is it
that's,
achievable? I guess.
I mean, Leif Erikson made it there, dude. So
Yeah.
it's
And he wasn't
achievable.
even lying either. So yeah, you can go there. Not easy to get there, but you can go
That's a long ass journey, dude. On
to the west.
A Viking ship going that far. That's insane. You got to go to Greenland and then down. I mean, that's a lot of mileage, you know.
Yeah, for real. Did you guys have any questions about the plot or anything like that?
On my end, not really. I think they do a really good job laying it out. It's kind of
Okay.
like each thing builds off the last, and like I was kind of confused why Floki wanted Thor's dead, but then I really thought about it. I was like, well, he like betrayed his army, and it makes perfect sense, you know?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
but
like the leader.
yeah, I was still confused about that. But like Dan said, he betrayed his brothers and stuff. But it's 15 years later. Like, why are you coming at him 15 years later? Like, I don't get it.
He hadn't found him till then, dude. That's pretty much
Yeah,
it, you know?
yeah, he didn't have time to actively look for him, but once he found him, he's like, man, fuck this dude.
So is
Yeah.
that the only reason? Like, do you know if that's the only reason why he wants him dead? Was because
As of
he
right
ran
now,
off?
that's what I know right now. I haven't gotten to season 2 yet, so I can't say for sure. But
Okay.
also, when you leave their group, it's an automatic death penalty. So I also think Floki was like, why does he get a pass when we've been killing people for the last
Left and
15
right.
years over this, right? You
Yeah.
know, like I know he's the troll, but like, come on,
Well,
man. There's rules,
I
right?
mean, in that culture, the greatest honor is to die in battle and go to Valhalla a warrior.
That's the only
And
way to get the Valhalla.
betraying that is, like Bassett, a death sentence. And I mean, it makes sense when you think about it in that front, but it was just kind of like, it's kind of lame that he didn't want to do it by himself.
He knew he couldn't. He ain't got it like that.
That's true, but
That's the troll, bro.
nobody got it like that unless you do some
Nah,
backhanded shit, you
yeah, you
know?
got to trap him and get him with arrows. You can't hand to hand that, man.
That was one thing I didn't like. I wanted him to go on a better blaze of glory than that, you know? But I mean, that kind of builds up to why Thorfinn is so pissed off.
Yes.
And it really set. I mean, if he watched his father die in a like one-on-one true duel, I don't know if he'd be as mad, you
He
know?
would just be happy. I mean, like being Vikings, like you would be happy your father's in Valhalla.
What I
But
think
He
is
didn't get
too
screwed
is
over, you know, like he didn't
uh
get cheated out of into death.
it's his fault. You know, it's his fault that his dad, had to die there because he come along on a trip and he got caught. Slacking by whatever the hell his name is,
Berserker shroom guy,
the
dude.
berserker dude, and
Yeah, because Thor's
He got
had control
caught
of that
in.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason why he had to stand down and give it up because his son literally got caught and was gonna die potentially. So
Yeah.
I had
And
to feel bad for fourth Finn. I can't say his name.
you got it. But yeah, it's not just hate of Askeladd, it's also hate of himself. And it gets into that. It's cool, man. It continues to get better.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far. I'm actually watching this dubbed. I'm kind of weird when it comes to watching Western stories in Japanese. It kind of throws me off a little bit.
Mhm.
And since they should be speaking, Nordic tongue and like Icelandic and everything else, I'm like, why am I watching this in Japanese?
Yeah. I watch
Oh,
it dubbed too.
And
is
the
it
dub's
good
pretty
dubbed?
good. The dub is really good. Yeah.
Dub is solid, bro.
I might actually. This is the first time. Usually I try to watch at least a little bit of a dubbed portion when we were talking about shows, but I didn't have a chance to this time. I stuck with subbed.
I would try to switch. There's some really good voice acting coming up in the sub. I think you're gonna want to check it out.
Subbed or dubbed?
Dubbed. I meant to say dubbed.
Oh, dubbed. Yeah, I'll probably switch things. What Dan said makes sense. I
Hmm.
mean, it's Vikings. Nordic.
Yeah,
So
it's like watching shows that take place in Europe in Japanese. I'm like, what am I doing this to myself for, man? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I could put on the Icelandic dub. That'd be kind of cool. That'd actually fucking probably really cool.
that'd be kind of nuts.
But awesome. Yeah, I think watching it like after it's kind of an aggressive first look since I watched like 10, 12 episodes, but like this is probably like a high 7 for me right now. I'm really excited to see where it goes. This could end up easily in my top 20 shows. I know it's been
Fuck yeah.
gassed up to hell on social media and everything like that. So I really enjoyed it. What about you, Tyler?
yeah, I think I've been putting off watching this as well, and it's got high praises and stuff. I can see why, and I'll probably put it like a high 7, low 8 for me right now, and
Let's
potentially
go.
probably get even higher depending on how it goes, because I'm only like 5 episodes in. So, but
This is well better than mid.
yeah,
Fuck
I don't
I
get
yes.
would definitely watch
I
it. It's
don't
only
give that
two
out.
seasons.
Yeah, I don't give that
So
out lightly. So you got to remember that, guys.
yeah. So y'all should go watch it, check it out too, because this shit is banging.
For sure. It needs more Viking metal. That's all.
You and your
All
metal.
right.
Tyler, you want to get us into Toradora?
Yeah. So I picked Toradora for the boys to watch. It wasn't an easy pick. It was just something that they could get out of their comfort zone and try. So basically, it's a fierce in appearance but gentle at heart. Ryuji forms an unlikely friendship with Taiga, a tiny girl with a sharp tongue and a tough attitude. Together, they try to help each other confess their love to their crushes. So was y'all a fan of this or no?
No.
It was
No?
all right.
No.
Yeah.
I I tried to give the old college try and I watched 2 episodes and I was like, this is making me want to tear my eyeballs out, dude.
Damn.
Oh
Um
no.
I
Brutal.
so I can see why it's a well-regarded show and people enjoy it, but I am just not the demographic for it. I am a 29-year-old man who is in the mental state of a 45-year-old man.
Boomer.
I am the biggest boomer you guys will ever meet under 30. Let me just put it that way. And I have absolutely no interest in watching a show about 14-year-olds confess their feelings to their crushes at all. Two,
So
That was tough for me. That was tough for me too. Uh,
Tyga is one of the most annoying characters I've ever seen in my life, and she is disgusting.
she's an absolute slob. She's a real just terror. I don't know why nobody has punted her yet. Um, she's tiny, so I don't get it. I don't. She's ferocious, but like, I mean, come on, she's like a 80 pounds soaking wet. If that. But yeah, she made the show less enjoyable for me. I think I could have watched. I think I got 4 episodes in, and that's about as good as I could do. This last week. But yeah, just going back to what Dan said, it was just like it wasn't very relatable for me. Um, high school love story, not really my thing.
Well, so like the thing with that though is like Insomniac's After School is getting me because they're bringing like topics into it that are fun, like astronomy and all that kind of stuff. And This show didn't do any of that, you know? It didn't do that for me at all. And I know it's very well regarded in the rom-com anime world, but it's not my niche. It's not my guy. I'm not that
Right.
guy, pal.
I think it just has a
So
lack of stakes for
so
me.
did y'all find like their humor like funny at all or no?
I honestly found it slightly annoying.
Oh yeah.
I was turned off in the opening scene by old Riju's mom. Just a thirst trap right off the get go, the crotch shot, and I was like, "Come on, bro,
That was
what's going on here?"
she's the best character, dude. No,
But yeah, no,
actually,
it was in like just how pitiful Ryuji is got on my nerves.
I really hope you're fixing to say what you're fixing to say, Dan.
my favorite character is the parrot.
Oh yeah, I do it.
Inko.
I do it.
Inko is like the best character. This
Oh
parrot
my
was just
God.
so deranged. He like was trying to say his name and his feathers were falling out. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude?
It don't go away. Inko is like a a plot point throughout the thing, the humor point. So,
Right.
but
I have a question.
mhm.
Like, do they get any like real stakes other than like them just like trying to get with each other?
Like to get with the best friends.
Yeah, because that's like the main plot point,
Well,
and
so
that's just like not enough for me.
like I'm assuming y'all probably ain't gonna watch anymore.
No.
Probably not.
Okay. Well,
Spoil away,
so
buddy.
so actually Tyga, the way she is now, she don't stay that way. So she does like a 360 and like becomes like as the story progresses, you actually see her start to change for the better and starts to open up and be a better person overall. And actually, I don't know if y'all see this coming or not, but instead of going, obviously Ryuji likes Minori and Taiga likes whatever the hell his name
Oh,
is.
let me guess.
Yeah,
To save me from watching, how long is this?
25 episodes.
So Ryuji and Taiga get together.
Something like that. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
But
Alright.
no, you kind of don't really see it coming because the whole premise of the show is, they're trying to, because Ryuji like still really likes Minori, and it's kind of like a love triangle, I guess you can say, because he has to choose towards the end who he's gonna actually be with,
Okay.
and like I said, any person would choose Minori, obviously, but that's with the information you got now, because Tyga does change quite a bit, and she does become a totally different character later on when
I
it
don't
gets
know.
starts getting
Beanery seems
serious, and
like a
they
freaking drag to me.
She's a ditz.
yeah
She does too much.
she's
She's got
your
like 5 jobs. I
yeah
ain't trying
she's
to
your
keep up with that.
I forget what it's called she's something Duray, I don't know, Yandere, I don't know, bro.
I don't know the Tsundere and
Yeah,
Yandere. I mix them
yeah.
up all the time, honestly.
She's your classic, never give up, do your best, always selfless, you know,
Fuck those characters.
whatever, you know, trying to make it better for everyone else. You know what I
Dan
mean?
said, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
Yo,
gatekeep,
you gotta
Yankee.
have an ulterior motive if you're that nice. Like deep down, you're like a conniving bitch.
She's
I
not
don't think
though,
they get into
Yo,
that,
come on,
but
bro.
if it gets into that, that'd be interesting. I want to see somebody like
but
pulling the strings from behind.
yeah, she's not though. She's just a nice person, But
That's fucking
she
hilarious.
actually, tries to convince Ryuji to. She knows how Ryuji feels about her. She tries to convince Ryuji to uh go after Taiga instead.
Mhm.
That way Taiga is not sad, or
Oh,
rejected. So it actually gets pretty serious and kind of deep. But
Okay.
hey man, like I said last week, if you can find us an office-based slice of life rom-com anime, that might be a little more
Yeah, come
interesting
fuck
too.
with me.
To people in their late 20s, early 30s. So give us
Oh,
a go with that. I feel like our podcast listeners too, based on who we talk to in the Discord and stuff, are all our age for the most
yeah.
part. So like I think we gotta find someone to give us all the shot because I know a lot of us love shonen.
facts.
Well, speaking, I don't even want to give this a rating because it's just gonna make Tyler sad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. The reason, like I
We
said
got to,
before
man.
we
We got to.
started,
Come on.
I wanted
3.
to get y'all out of y'all's comfort zone and try something new. So
I'm
Okay.
giving it a 3.
well, that's
I'm
not
going. I'm
bad.
I'm going 5.0 mid.
Oh yeah, so those ain't bad. So
I
I've given worse.
That's fair. I mean, well, we all gave Alice Aegis expansion gear, whatever.
Lesser
It couldn't have been that
wood.
bad, right?
Less than wood.
It was better than that. It was better
Yeah.
than a cash grab for a pay to win game.
But
I
yeah.
don't even want to go there.
But speaking of shonen, do you guys want to get to the next show we're going to talk about?
Let's get
Yeah.
bizarre, bro.
Let's get bizarre, baby. So the show that I picked is a show that is near and dear to the anime community as well. It has a diehard fanhood, similar to Toradora. So you guys got to watch out with what you say about JoJo's.
Mm.
I can take the backlash. I don't know about you guys. But to start, so I picked JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo becomes involved in a battle against his stepbrother Dio, who is intent on taking control of the Joestar fortune. To do this, Dio uses the power of an ancient stone mask, which allows him to become a powerful vampire and set his goals a little higher than the Joestar fortune. You know, world domination. So just going into it, what do you guys think? I know that you probably only watched like 3 or 4 episodes, so it's like tough to get a feel for the show and that. But what do you guys think?
I got the episode around 10, 11.
Really?
I was
JoJo's?
liking it, bro. Yeah, I
okay.
stayed up late. I think Friday or Saturday night watching a lot of it actually.
So did you get
Um,
to the end of part 1 then?
no, I don't think so. They
Oh,
were battling Dio, him and his mentor, Sepali. Sepali were battling Dio,
gotcha.
which I was actually really great. So the fight scenes, one, pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I did dislike the art style. I know a lot of people say that, but I'm in that camp. It's just a
Wow.
little. The color changes a lot. It just seems overdone. I think that's how I would describe it. It just seems overdone. A lot of the bodies are really exaggerated, obviously. Um, I I like and dislike how they use the colors, though. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's creative. It's
there's
creative,
certain
but it's like at the same
there's
time.
like certain scenes where it makes it hit way harder than it should. And then like there's certain scenes where you're like, all right, why are you doing this right now?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think like everything went to like Joker colors when he was like in downtown London or whatever the fuck it was, and I thought that was a little much. But the color changed during the Dio fight around episode 10 or so, and I thought that was really cool. So it's been good and bad for me, but overall
Yeah,
very fun.
I don't know if I've seen like the changes like you're talking about, really, because I only got like 3 episodes in. But it it didn't really bother me, but like I've watched like a shit ton of different art style and animes, so
Hmm.
like it doesn't like I when you're watching like the slice of life genre and stuff like that, you get like some weird animations and art styles anyway. So I guess I'm used to it or something. Used to different art
I
styles. I don't
think
know.
episode 3, the first 3 episodes, it's pretty standard color palette if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
you had to get to episode 4 for like
It
there
gets
to be some
crazy, dude.
serious
Like straight up,
conflict.
everybody's like pink and purple and
Okay. So
green. It's
I haven't
nuts.
seen it
Yeah.
yet. I guess so. Uh. But I'm sure I won't be bothered by it probably. So
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh damn, dude, you didn't even make it to like the beginning of the massive conflict. Then, if you didn't get to episode 4,
Yeah,
well, I got
it
the
gets really
last thing I
gassed up.
seen was Dio got impaled on the statue or something like that. So
So you got to that fight.
the fire, you know, they was in
okay, then
he
you were
set the
past.
house on fire and
That
like
was
they
episode 4, I think.
jumped off the balcony or something
No, that
and
is
he
episode 3.
impaled him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
So
that's all I got to.
okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Um, I there was something weird that I thought about. Okay, so Dio gets his vampire powers from the mask, right? It's his
Yeah,
mother's mask. Yo, why was that shit just hanging on the wall, bro?
that's what I'm saying.
Why was it
so
just on display?
I don't think they knew the power of the mask at that point. Like the Joestar family didn't.
Okay.
Obviously, there is a collection of people who do know the power of the mask. They've been hunting that mask for generations and they couldn't find it.
Got you.
So it just in the most unlucky fashion you could ever see, it just ended up in the Joestar mansion.
Well, did it not come with them on the boat or whatever they was in? It showed it like spilling out on the ground. Did it not? Did y'all remember that?
You're talking when they're like in the
When
wagon and
Dio's
like
dad found him, was it not on the ground at that point, like in their luggage or something?
yeah, so that's when they found the mask. I'm assuming on like an archaeological dig. Like they're rich. That's what rich people do. It's weird.
Oh, so they didn't have the mask with them. They found it at that moment. Is that what
I
you're
No,
think
saying?
they
they
were
had it
going.
with them, but they found it at like an archaeological dig because she was super big into history.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and
Oh.
at that point, I mean, well, Mama Joestar was dead, and his father was knocked the fuck out. So like, I don't think they saw it when the blood hit or anything like that, and they just picked it up after the fact.
So what I thought about it was that it was like a family heirloom, and I was like, why did if they knew about it, surely they knew about it. Why did he have it just hanging up on the wall, like
I
Bass said?
like I said, I don't think they knew about what it did
That
because
makes
like
more sense. So
yeah, I mean, there's a
Yeah,
scene
yeah,
where
yeah.
JoJo sees it get blood and it does that weird thing, and that's why he's researching it because they don't know what it
yeah,
does.
that
But
makes that makes more sense. So I just thought
d-
it was like an heirloom or something that was passed down, and I'm like, bro,
Oh no,
what's going on
it gets
here?
into it a little bit more in the coming episodes.
yeah,
They definitely found it somewhere.
Okay. Uh, but the one thing that I really didn't like about it, out of all the things, is just one thing, was them sucking blood through the fingers. That didn't make sense. That was it, bro.
He's a
How do
vampire,
you
bro.
suck
He do what he
blood?
want.
How do you suck blood through your
Caca.
fingers, bro? It
well,
doesn't make sense.
that's just what the vampires in this show do, dude. Don't worry about it.
I guess, bro.
That's
I
just
mean,
that's what the mangaka went with, dude. That's like what they decided to go ahead with. It wasn't like they wanted to. I don't know. They just.
No hickeys. No
I was
hickeys,
gonna say
bro.
maybe he didn't want to draw people like biting into each other's necks, and he thought that was like a better
oh,
representation of
just
overpowering
you
someone.
know,
I don't know.
just stick your fingers in their neck and just, oh yeah, okay.
I mean, you saw how strong the vampires were, though. They could just slice your head off with like a swipe of their hand. I mean, finger jabbing wasn't. I don't know.
But the thing
I
is,
don't.
when
I
they
didn't even question
retract
it. I didn't even think about it.
their hand, like their necks are fine though. Like that's huge. It's not
Well,
like fangs. It's like
I think it
whole
showed holes.
fingers.
Didn't it show holes?
It's
I
not
just.
bleeding. It's nothing's happened. They're still
Well, I
they
mean,
still
I don't
like
know if it's just like censorship kind of thing or like they couldn't animate it, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I just that part never
uh
really it never stood out to me.
it's just weird, bro. That's the only thing I never did like about it.
Old
Just weird.
nitpicking ass.
But one thing, if you guys continue watching this show, you're gonna see is that like Bass is actually coming up to the end of part one, and
Oh,
we're gonna
already?
yeah, you're gonna it's like part one and two are one season, is 24 episodes.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay.
So you're getting close to the end of part one. I think it's episode 13 is when it ends. Um, and you're actually about to go follow Jonathan's grandson Joseph, who's a big part of part two, part three, and part four. So like they really build on that with a generational thing. So it gets really fun once they start getting the rest of the family involved in it, and it just
Big
goes
bet.
even more insane. You got Bass has seen the power of Haman so far, which is actually a really cool anime power in my opinion.
Yeah, I wish you would have gotten to see that. It's actually pretty dope. The breathing powers.
So, I'm sure you got to see it since you watched 10 episodes or whatever, 10 or 11.
Hmm.
But through 3 episodes, I know the big thing about JoJo's is the poses. I didn't really see any poses yet, right?
It doesn't
So,
come
They're
in. Yeah,
they're
it doesn't
coming.
come in.
when is that? Like episode 4 or 5?
I think it's like part
Mm,
2 or 3, right?
They get a lot more deliberate with it in like parts two
So Bass ain't even
and
seen it
on.
yet.
Nope.
Okay,
I think
okay.
Dio's made a couple poses in part one, but not like nothing crazy. Not like the classic JoJo, like full on flail the
Yeah,
body
well,
out kind of
I
thing.
haven't never seen it before, so I assumed that since it was a power up, or I assumed it was a power up that it would be
Well,
easy to tell a pose
They have
apart
so
different
from a
so
normal
the
shit,
different
you know?
generations use like different powers. So like
yeah,
just starting it, they use
so what?
Haman.
Yeah, so what you're talking about, Tyler, is the stands, and the stands don't come into it
Yeah.
until part 3
Okay.
when you meet Jotaro, who's a
I got
fucking
you.
savage.
Yeah, I just didn't know when that was coming or if it would be noticeable because I know, like I said, that's a pretty big part of JoJo, right? So the stands and poses or whatever. So, but I'm excited to see some of them.
Yeah, they're fun, dude.
No, it is. It was fun to me. That's the only thing I had was like only negative I really had was the little bit of the art style being overdone at times. It's part of the journey. You know what I'm saying? It's part of it.
I actually enjoyed it. Like Bass said, the fight scenes was pretty intense. It was really good. I thought. I guess if I had to rate it so far, I would put it around like a high 6 probably. Um,
You haven't even
definitely.
seen anything happen yet, man. What?
Well, it's just good, but it's good fights, and they're not really overpowered either, So
You
if
ain't
they got
seen.
good fights in it and or decent fights, not just these blink and you miss it shit, then I'm in for it.
You've seen
So
nothing yet, dude. You're gonna really enjoy when it starts picking up.
yeah.
Holy.
When I'm giving like ratings for these shows, I tend to give it like a more higher and like a little higher than a true rating because we haven't really seen a whole lot. So
Fair
I'm
enough.
more easier on it.
True.
I go low, then go high.
Yeah. Let's say I go high like if I started out with like a high 6 or whatever, like I said, and if I
Hmm.
started not liking it or if it stayed the same or somewhere along that level, then I would probably go lower because I'm expecting more if I'm putting it at a high 6. I'm expecting it to be more like a high 6 or in the sevens if I'm doing
Right.
that. And if it
Yeah. I
doesn't
usually
meet
start
my
off.
expectations, then it goes down.
Gotcha. Yeah. I usually try to take it pretty easy on the ratings, especially since we only get to watch like a few episodes.
Yeah.
Uh.
I
So
started
like
at a 5
uh
and I go up from there, I go down from there, and then that's it, dude. Five's
okay.
mid. So if it's better than mid, it's better than mid.
Fair. 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 Fair.
Awesome. You guys want to get us into our little fun little game we're gonna try and play here and see how it goes?
Well, I'd
Yeah.
like to give it an actual rating first.
Oh,
Uh,
fair enough.
slow down, Dan.
Yeah, chill, bro. Chill. I know you excited. Um, so I'll go first. I'm gonna give it, man, 10 episodes. I'm gonna give it like a 6.9. Nice, but yeah,
Nice.
I think it's a 7, high 6.
Okay, awesome.
I'm sad that I missed that joke. So GG's. Good call.
Nice.
Well, I think that's it for that, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
hope you guys enjoyed our latest Showdown Throwdown. If you guys are enjoying those and us talking about some shows that we've watched in the past, make sure to let us know in the Discord. But now, let's get to some fun and games. Bass, you want to get us started on that?
Yes, yes. Like Dan said earlier, if you guys grew up in the 90s, there's a pretty good chance you've done some Mad Libs at least once. But if not, like me and Tyler here, how this works is one of us is going to ask the other two for types of words to help fill out a prompt or story. And then once we get all of those words in, we're going to insert them and then read back the story. So we found and made some anime ones, and we're just going to give it a go. I'm going to get us started with like a really basic one, and then Dan's going to do a one that's a little bit longer. So let's get it. Let's get it. So I'm not going to tell you guys anything about it. Just going to start by give me a first name. You guys try to agree on a first name.
Dan.
I'm the protagonist. Ah, Daniel San
All right, Daniel San. There we go.
I
from
mean, we
Karate
got
Kid.
to. We got
From
to.
Karate Kid, dude.
All right, so now I need an adjective.
I'll let Dan pick this one.
Yoked.
Oh.
Yoked. Okay.
I want to be strong, dude. I want to be a strong boy
How do
like
you know
Nash.
how do you know he's talking about you
I
though?
don't, but usually name an adjective back to back gives me a little idea there.
All right, big bet, big bet. So now I need a noun, person, place, or thing.
Hmm.
Iceland since we just watched Vinland
Oh,
Saga.
yeah.
What do you think
Okay.
about that?
Yeah, I like that.
All right. One more noun.
What about Vinland?
Miami?
Miami, yeah. Okay.
All right.
We're going all over the
Miami.
world, bro.
If we're going from Iceland to Miami, dude, that'll be a vibe. That's a
Mm.
I
great
need a-
journey.
I need a verb ending in ing.
Milking.
All right.
What? Is my superpower milking, dude?
I hope so, bro. All right. Another verb ending in ing.
You don't want me to pick another one?
Flying.
Oh,
He
of
loves
course
the
he'd be
flying
fine.
shit, bro. A plural
dream, dude.
noun. A plural person, place, or thing.
Um.
Magical girls.
Wait.
Can I do two? Can I do that? Can I do magical girls or
Sure.
no?
It's plural, so I guess.
Yeah. Anything? You got anything, Tyler?
No, that works, bro.
Okay. I need another adjective.
Sexy.
All right.
Ooh,
There we
Milking
go.
and sexy out of this guy. Okay.
voluptuous. Well
Uh,
stocked.
well stocked. A noun, please.
Uh.
Person, place, or thing.
Race car.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, good.
This is gonna be weird.
I was thinking about car, but yeah, race car specific.
Name of a person.
Tyler.
Yeah, might as
Tyler
well.
Dodo.
Tyler's
Yeah.
Tyler don't know. Another verb
be-
ending in ing, please.
Fishing.
Fishing. Okay.
There we go.
Another plural noun, please.
Rings.
Rings.
I looked up and saw my Sonic poster.
Big bet. Now, like a proper noun, that's a place, or somebody's name.
The Bebop.
Like
That's a
Cowboy
place,
Bebop or
right?
the ship?
The ship.
Okay.
Bebop.
Yeah.
Bob. Name of a person, please.
Another one?
Yes.
Tsunade.
Oh yeah. Oh, classic, bro.
I'm
And
hoping
then
I got magical girls and Tsunade on my team, dude.
She's pretty close to my
And
name
then-
though, so
Finally, we're gonna do a first name. One more.
Ass.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, might as well get you in there, right?
Sama. Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, let me click on it. Let's see what happens, boys. All right, it's loading. It's gonna take a second.
Yeah, cue the Jeopardy theme.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna. So I made mine. So Bass, if you want to take your time, find a little music to get going. When I fill this bad boy out, feel free, dude.
Oh no. Okay, so here it actually is. It just happens to be Dragon Ball Z. It's Dragon Ball Z has a strong theme that young people can achieve great things despite their inherent drawbacks. One example is during the Cell Game saga, in which Dansan is given the responsibility of defeating the yoked Iceland, which he does after unlocking his inner Miami. In addition, Gohan starts out at age 4 in the series and accomplishes much despite his young age. A second theme is the turning of fortunes in a battle through milking or flying magical girls. Many battles proceed almost to defeat for the heroes, finally to be reversed through a desperate act to defend their home or sexy race car. Characters who have used this to their advantage include Goku, Gohan, and even Tyler Dono. This theme is found in almost
fighters, baby.
every battle. Yes, sir. One of the main and deepest themes is fatherhood. Not only is it seen in the obvious examples of Goku and his sons, but also Vegeta, who has a hard time fishing rings, but eventually learns what it means to be a father, as seen in the Cell games, Buu sagas, and most of Dragon Ball GT. Other signs of this being a theme is the lesser characters all having a father or being a father in the main, such as in the main character, Mr. Satan, Dr. Bebop, or Burdock. Even the show's villains show fatherhood as a theme through Frieza, King Cole, Bobbidi Bibbidi, Brawly and Tsunade and Piccolo Daimya
What's up,
and
Tsunade? Fatherhood.
Bass Sama Jr. So I'm Piccolo's son.
Yes.
Yes, everything I've ever wanted.
We're Z Fighters, boys. It's huge.
Let's
yeah.
go.
So I actually took a synopsis and just removed a shit ton of words from it myself. And I want you guys to try and guess what the show is at the end.
Okay, cool.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna need a name. Let's make this one not about ourselves. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I gotta think of a name though.
What about Inma?
All right,
Yeah.
I need a place.
place number 1. Let's go with Venezuela.
I don't know how to spell that.
You'll know
I
what
think
it
that's
is.
right. I think that's right. All right, name number 2.
You take this one,
Ooh.
Tyler.
Name number 2. What about Inuka? Inuka san.
All
There we
right.
go.
The dog.
Yeah. No, she's not the dog, bro.
Oh, she's the girl.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the
gotcha.
girl.
All right, I need an anime ability
Uh,
or just an ability. It can be something entirely normal.
Speed? Is that good?
That'll work.
All right.
I need 2 more. So keep spitballing.
What about what we was talking about that one time? My hero, the squirt bottle
Yes.
ability.
Okay, and I need 1 more.
Let's do. This is tough. 1 more ability. He needs to have lightning powers.
Oh,
Like the rumble fruit.
The
Yeah.
rumble fruit. Yes.
Okay. I need another noun.
person,
Place,
place,
or
or
thing.
thing. The courthouse.
Boom.
I don't think that one's gonna play out well, but we'll see how it goes. I need
Should we give you another one?
No, it's fine. I need a place.
Oh,
Place 2. Morocco.
oh, Morocco. Okay,
I've always wanted to go there.
I need an item.
like any item or like what?
Any item, man. You could literally say dildo right now and it would work.
A
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. Okay.
Stick with the DBZ shit.
I need another item.
What about a cell phone?
Cell phone. I need
In
a
another
third item.
world.
Fuck it. I'll go dildo.
Dildo.
Hell yeah. Dan
Dildo
obviously
baggins.
wanted us to say it, so
I don't know.
It was
how
a
it's
great
gonna work.
idea.
I don't know
I
how
just
it's
didn't
gonna
want
work
to use it
out.
rather bad.
I need a race of people or like mythical race or something like that, you know?
Is ogre a race?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
I was gonna say
Ogre.
ogre, goblin.
Oh, go
dogs?
goblin. I like
I
goblin.
don't know.
Go goblin.
I need an ability.
God damn.
Like
Psychic powers?
yeah, telekinesis maybe.
Yeah, telekinesis is a better one. Better sounding. Yeah.
Kind of like Anya, I guess. Those type of things.
Or mob. You know.
Mabu.
You see psychic powers, not telekinesis, right? But okay. Noun 3.
McDonald's.
Yeah. McDonald's. Yeah.
Mickey D's, bro.
I need 2 names. This is gonna be a McDonald's commercial by the end of it. We got what? Ronald and Grimace coming up.
Chuck E. Cheese, dude.
Yeah. Is that the name?
Yeah, that's the name.
I think his
Chuck
name's
E. Cheese.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese the mouse, dude.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay.
Chuck E. Cheese.
All right, need another
Need
one.
a second name. No. You got anything?
Yeah, I can pull something out the hat.
I'm just staring at Luffy all day.
Let's see.
Do we say Luffy?
I'm
Oh,
down.
No, wait, Orochi.
Oh yes, I like that.
Okay.
Dan's face all screwed up.
Now number 4. I almost wrote Maru. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I
Name
need
number
one.
4.
I need 4 nouns. 5 nouns. We're
God,
getting really noun heavy here.
I see
5
that.
nouns. Uh,
Person,
a,
lamppost,
a chicken.
butt plug.
Is that a noun?
It's
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah, butt plug.
Oh. How many more we got left?
3.
2 more nouns in a place.
2 more nouns in a place.
2 more nouns. A door.
Charleston.
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 And a place, boys.
Alabama, bro.
Oh, that's a good one. I was going to say Detroit. I like Alabama.
Alabama, the land of rolling tides.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Show me something.
You guys chat it up. I'll fill this out quick.
Okay. I think we gave some pretty good words there. I think my favorite is butt plug though.
Bro,
I think
we
that's going to
should
be a
have
big hit in this.
we should have thrown in some like magical girls or milking too. That would probably been solid. But we're gonna see. It seems like a pretty. I think Dan said it was gonna be like a 2-paragraph thing. So
Yeah, his was actually pretty long. Mine
yeah,
was about 2 paragraphs actually.
I was gonna say yours seemed pretty long too.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be that long.
So you never in your life played Mad Libs before, Bass?
No, this was new to me.
Like I'd only heard of it like once or twice, and like I was gonna watch it like a YouTube video of
Mhm.
this before we got started, and I was like, nah, screw this shit. I'm just gonna go in and with no knowledge on how to play this game and just screw shit up as much as I can.
The closest thing I played to this was in 3rd grade where I think there was like 26 of us or something like that in the class, and we each wrote like 3 sentences of a story, and my part was so terrifying that I made a girl cry. She tried to start off and it'd be like a really nice fucking story, and I just fucking butchered it. It was unrecoverable by the time I was done with
Oh
it.
no.
I got sent. I got written up for that.
Oh
It was graphic and gruesome. I was being a fucking asshole.
well, I mean, I wouldn't expect no less, I guess, from the astronomer, space shit, president.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
jeez.
Yeah, no, I was just honestly just mad at her because I was bad at geography at the time and I could never get my state capitals right. So she used to make me sit in the classroom at recess. So I had some pent up anger I had to get out on that one.
Bro, making you miss exercise?
Yeah, so I had to do some malicious compliance. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the man.
That's wild, bro.
Unless I'm getting paid, love my job. Damn, Dan, you type slow or something?
I think he's almost ready.
There's a fucking lot of words, dude. A lot of these words are used like a lot of these are used like 3 or 4 times, man.
Oh,
That's
okay,
fine.
okay.
Take your time. I think now's a good time to tell the people, you know, hey, we're in Discord a lot. If you want
We
to come
are.
hang out with us, we do some special stuff every now and then. But if you want to like talk to us, give us like suggestions, on
We do
what
take them.
shows you're watching. Just if you want us to check out a show, first look a show, let us give our thoughts on it and stuff. Y'all should probably join the Discord. We do not bite. We're not gonna force you to watch Toradora or Inuka-san.
Tyler might
You
not,
know,
but let him speak for himself.
but
But yeah, no, we shout out Bales.
yeah,
She even set us up when we did a anime power hour a few weeks ago, and that was a lot of fun. Just sat
yeah.
around, had some drinks, and chilled out. So yeah, guys, we hang out, we talk. I mean, there's conversations in there like every single day. So it's actually pretty jumping. I've been
Uh,
enjoying it. I've been getting some good lives in during work.
if y'all want to join, the link tree's usually in the bio, Discord link and stuff. or you can just type it in Google or whatever. It's linktree.com/anime degens. Um, we're pretty active on Twitter. Discord is the place to be for us, stuff like that. Uh, but also want to, probably should, tell y'all thanks. Thanks for watching or listening.
For sure.
Past few weeks, y'all been doing a hell of a job.
Hey boys, I missed a group. I need a group.
Uh,
The fucking Backstreet Boys.
yeah, hell yeah, bro. Let's go with it.
All right, done.
You done? Almost. Okay.
Almost. Well, I would like to say, on a less serious note, I'm trying to come up with ways to make Tyler change the Twitter password by the end of next week. I'm trying to really get a little raunchy on Twitter a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to liven it up. You know what I'm saying? So if you got any ideas, DM your boy on Discord. We got to surprise him.
Yeah. He made a post. He was like, yeah, Twitter's fixing to get real spicy, but he hasn't posted anything yet, y'all. Like I'm expecting like some big shit coming soon.
Oh,
but
I'm in the lab right now, dog.
but I haven't seen nothing yet. So
I'm mixing up my adverbs right now, trying to see what works.
I'm just hoping this first tweet, isn't a big disappointment. It isn't a letdown.
I've tweeted a few things. What are you talking about, bro?
Not on Anime Degens Twitter.
I have. That's a fact, bro. What are
Wait.
you on? I right before we started recording, I said we back on our bullshit.
Oh no, let me check and see. I need to turn on noties for
Oh yeah, you do,
Anime
dog.
Degens.
Oh yeah, you do.
I need one more now, and I missed one.
What about
Fat ass.
anime?
All right, yeah, let's do anime.
Degens,
fat ass
anime
is better.
Degens.
Fat ass is better. All right.
The Degens of Alabama.
Thick ass.
Yeah, Degen.
But no, I posted like 3 things so far. I just started yesterday though, but it ain't got too bad yet. It ain't got too bad.
Boys, are you ready for this epic saga?
Yeah. And then I can go back to Twitter.
The series focuses on Enma, a young orphan who is left to be raised in Venezuela alongside his fellow orphan Anuka-san. While everyone is born with the ability to utilize speed in the form of their squirt bottle quirk, Enma,
Like
with no
speed,
speed at all, instead focuses on physical strength. Conversely, Anuka-san was born as a prodigy with immense speed and the Rumble Rumble fruit. Motivated by a desire to become the next courthouse and authority figure second to the King of Morocco,
Yes.
the youths develop a friendly rivalry. Anuka-san obtains a Dragon Ball held by the kingdom's first cell phone. The Dragon Ball is a rare cell phone, only given to the most immense courthouse. Enma, despite his lack of speed, obtained a mysterious cell phone that contains a dildo and a bodiless member of the ogres, who utilizes rare telekinesis. Afterward, he and Anuka-san each join a McDonald's as the first step to fill their ambitions. Enma joins the Backstreet Boys under Chuck E. Cheese alongside Orochi, while Anuka-san becomes a member of the Lamppost. They embark on various adventures while contending with an extremist group called the Chicken.
Nice.
Whose leadership is manipulated by a butt plug in avenging an injustice committed against the butt plug of Charleston at the time of its founding. The McDonald's then face the Degens of Alabama, the land of the rolling tides.
Okay.
Do you guys have any idea what show this was?
Can you give us hints?
Nope.
What Naruto?
Not Naruto.
Time frame, year.
We've talked about it a bunch. We haven't watched it yet, but we've talked about it a bunch.
You can't give us a genre?
Shonen.
It's Full Metal.
Nope.
No, he said we haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I mean, he said we talked about it though.
But he said we haven't watched it yet.
You watched Full Metal.
That's true. Oh, it's something I haven't seen?
We've talked about it a bunch. We haven't watched it on the podcast.
Okay, that's what I thought you meant. I was making sure because I was like, how can I guess it? If
Well, I've maybe seen it. I don't know. I mean, I've watched it.
Fuck. Ah, shit. I got nothing. I'm drawing blanket
Black
blanks.
Clover?
Yay, he did it.
Fucking son of a
Really?
bitch.
He surpassed his limits.
Bro, y'all trolling me.
Did I really get it?
Yeah, that was Black Clover. A
God
young
damn it.
orphan.
I never should have said I didn't like Black Clover.
A young orphan who is raised alongside his fellow orphan. I thought that would give it away.
Well, I was trying my hardest to think of what it was while you was talking, and Black Clover kept coming in my head, and I was like, "No, it doesn't make sense. What's being passed down? It don't get passed.
Well,
Nothing
yeah,
gets passed down."
Well, no. So, what the? I'm switching out his name.
Unbelievable.
Wind Boy.
Unfucking believable.
You know,
Yeah, gets the four-leaf grimoire, which is passed down from like the last person who had it was the first Wizard King.
I was like, "What gets passed down? That doesn't make sense for Black Clover."
I heard orphans and I thought Naruto. Then I heard orphans, I was like, full
I thought
metal.
like Promised Neverlands at first when he said orphans.
Fucking Dan knew I was never gonna guess fucking Black Clover.
I love it. I love that we done Black Clover.
I had to get it in there, dude. So I actually looked at like 7 shows and they all had really short synopsises, and I was like, I need something with a little
some meat. Yeah.
Some meat and potatoes here, we got to get a nice long one to talk about. So, Bass, would you watch Black Clover if it was McDonald's, Orochi, and Enma fighting the butt plug of Charleston?
Sounds better than Black Clover.
And Enma is using a magic dildo.
That's dangerous, bro. You can knock somebody the fuck out
with an ogre that could use telekinesis.
That sounds like fun to me, dog. I need Ronnie McDonnie.
I need some weirdo to animate this for me right now.
That'd be a hell of a trailer, bro.
Black Clover, like it's yeah. Black Clover, like you gotta watch at least
son of a bitch.
What 30 episodes, bass 35 episodes.
I watched like 40 something, bro.
Oh, well, maybe it's like 55. I don't know.
You just gotta watch more of it.
Maybe it's like 170 of them. I don't know.
Dan knows you got to get to the part where Asta like goes demon mode for the first time, and then you're like, oh shit, bro, it's crazy. I
had no problems watching this. Besides, the entire time I watched it, it was just, am I watching Naruto, or am I watching Fairy Tail, or am I watching this shonen, or am I watching that shonen?
Dude, the jokes just got so old, bro.
Because
I was like binge watching it, and like they make the same like 4 or 5 jokes every episode, but they're like blatant.
This could have been Fairy Tail too. It kind of the exact same plot line. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I mean,
the Fairy Tail is really good too.
If it's like Black Clover, I'm probably not gonna watch it.
It's less yelling, more power of friendship.
Okay. I think I directly watched Fairy Tail with you. That was Sword Art Online. Dude. That was Sword Art Online.
Oh, that's a whole different animal, man. That's that's like a weird isekai.
I was brown out the entire time I was with you, so I don't remember any of it.
Well, guys, that is us taking a stab at some Mad Libs. Hopefully, it was kind of tough to do live, but I hope you guys enjoyed the stories we just told.
Yeah.
So that is this week's little Anime Degens podcast, episode 11. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Again, like Tyler and Bash just talked about when I was typing my little hands away, make sure to hit the link tree in the description of the podcast. Come hang out with us on Discord. Check us out on social media. Tyler's been banging TikToks out left and right with some really fun little what ifs. Naruto versus Luffy, who would win, stuff like that. So check it out. And we will catch you guys in the Discord or next week on Tuesday again for the weekly rundown. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.